Check the story out. NASA confirms water has been spotted on the sunlit surface of the moon. That's right. I mean, we already I'm pretty sure we knew there was water there, but now we've actually spotted it in the Clavius crater, which it's like the lower spot. I think they show it somewhere. Let's read about it. NASA announced it had discovered water on the sunlit surface of the moon. The water was spotted near the Clavius crater, one of the largest crater formations on the celestial satellite, and one that can be seen with the naked eye. Paul Hayne, a planetary scientist at the University of Colorado, said on a conference call with the press. Hayne is the lead author of one of the studies published on the topic. Casey Hannibal, lead author of the other study, said that there are between 100 and 400 parts per million of water, or roughly the equivalent of a 12-ounce bottle of water within a cubic meter of lunar soil. And here is kind of can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. Check this out. So this is the crater here, this big spot. So I'm sure you recognize that. Everyone knows the face of the moon that faces us because it never changes. It's always facing us in the same direction. It's always a cool thing. We had indications that H2O, the familiar water that we know, might be present on the sunlit side of the moon, said Paul Hertz, NASA's director of the Astrophysics Division in the Science Mission Directorate. In a statement, now we know there is. This discovery challenges our understanding of the lunar surface and raises intriguing questions about resources relevant for deep space exploration. The study led by Hannibal found the presence of water directly on the surface, while Haynes' study speculated that water may be trapped in smaller spatial scales all over the surface of the moon. Now, I'm not sure what this is, so I'm going to just keep moving. Researchers have known for some time about the existence of water on the moon, having first discovered water vapor as early as 1971. In 2009, the first evidence of frozen water on the surface was discovered. On the call, Jacob Bleacher, Chief Exploration Scientist for NASA's Human Exploration and Operations Mission Directorate, said the results are exciting for human exploration, but there are greater implications for it. Understanding where the water is will help us determine where to send Artemis astronauts on the moon, Bleacher explained. The new studies note it could be significantly more accessible than previously thought. As such, the water can be used for drinking, fuel supply, and other use cases. That's really and oxygen. I'm surprised they didn't actually add that in there because H2O, you can pull oxygen out of it, and the fuel supply I feel is almost more important than drinking. Obviously, we got to keep our astronauts alive. Oxygen and water are two huge things. So if we find water, and we know there's water on Mars, so these are kind of the key components in actually going there and being able to stay there consistently. This is really exciting. Water was previously believed to only exist in areas of the moon that are always in shadows and do not receive sunlight, making them dangerous and frigid for astronauts to access. Prior to SOFIA observations, we knew there was some kind of hydration, Hannibal added in the statement, but we did not know how much, if any, was actually water molecules like we drink every day, or something more like a drain cleaner. The discovery was made by NASA's Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy. That's what SOFIA stands for. Described as the world's largest airborne observatory. Very cool. SOFIA is a modified Boeing 747 airplane capable of flying high in Earth's atmosphere, allowing for its 9-foot telescope to get a clear view of the universe and objects in our solar system. It is able to observe infrared wavelengths that are capable of detecting phenomena impossible to see with visible light, NASA added. Very, very cool. In 2018, a separate group of researchers published a study that suggested water on the moon may be more accessible than first thought. The findings came in advance of NASA's Artemis program, which is intended to land American astronauts on the moon by 2024, as well as establish a sustainable human presence on Earth's natural satellite. This kind of stuff I'm so stoked to hear about it because, like, when I first heard about Artemis, the Artemis program, we heard that, like, we're gonna bring people on the moon again. Now, before all these people are like, did they really go to the moon? I believe they went to the moon. I don't cater to anybody who thinks that they didn't. I just won't do it. I believe they went. NASA says there's more water than previously thought on the moon. This is from the New York Post here. There appears to be more water than previously thought. So they keep finding more. This is it's actually about the same thing. I just thought it was kind of funny that the New York Post, I mean, they're on fire right now. I don't know if you know much about the New York Post, but they're the ones dropping all the bombs. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, those Biden bombs. We'll call them Biden bombs. Yeah, they're dropping them like a hot too. And they're hot. They are spicy hot. They actually just dropped my name too. Shout out to New York Post for giving me a call out. That was pretty cool. It was back last week during the debate. You know, he made that gaffe about poor boys instead of proud boys. He said, "Yeah, the poor boys," and they used my tweet in one of their things about it. It's pretty funny. Actually, I think I have a picture of. No, I don't have a picture of the airplane, but I do have this other thing that's pretty cool. NASA's Boeing-built moon rovers are granted Washington State landmark status. There it is. It sits at its resting place at the Taurus Littrow landing site in 1972. Look at that. Can you imagine being one of the people driving around on the moon? That would be dope. I want to drive around on the moon. 3 hot rods on the moon are now official Washington State historic landmarks, thanks to a unanimous vote by a state commission. The thumbs up delivered on Friday during a virtual public hearing organized by the Washington State Advisory Council on the Historic Preservation provided state landmark status to the rovers that Boeing built at its facilities in Kent, Washington, and that NASA sent to the moon for Apollo 15, 16, and 17 missions. And there's a lot of information on that I'm not going to actually get into because that's all right.